The moment Ding Junhui leaned over the table, every fan held their breath, waiting for him to send that blue into the pocket. And the instant the blue dropped cleanly, the entire Crucible crowd exploded. Even though Ding was already 11 points ahead at that moment, he still did not dare relax for even a second. Because sitting in his chair, Selby's eyes were still filled with the desire to win. Forget being down only 11 points. As long as the pink was still on the table, a player as tough as Selby was never going to give up any chance of a comeback. The moment that match-defining pink was missed, Selby got up without hesitation, but now he was already 11 points behind. To turn the frame around in theory, he needed at least 2 snookers, but with only 2 colors left on the table, making snookers from this position was almost as hard as climbing to the sky.
He led by 71 points.
If the pace on this shot had been just a little bit stronger, the cue ball would not have landed on a true snooker. Luckily for him, he still did not leave Ding a direct attacking chance. This match meant everything to Ding Junhui, because this was the first time in his career that he had stood on the stage of a World Championship final. He had fought all the way through the qualifiers to reach the final, and his hunger for victory also made Selby feel pressure like never before. But this was the World Championship final after all, the biggest stage in the sport. Even with only a tiny bit of hope left, you still had to risk everything.
Can we see enough of it?
With the pink in its current position, Ding could still reach it with ease. Holding in 1-1 point lead, he chose to gently roll the pink toward the pocket. If it went in, that was the kill shot. And even if it stayed out, it would still greatly reduce Selby's chances of laying a snooker.
Is it in or is it over? It's neither.
But Selby, who wanted the win just as badly, was never the type to settle. This powerful shot with heavy side kicked the pink straight back out from the jaws of the pocket. The cue ball came off 2 cushions and, right in front of everyone, swung all the way behind the black, successfully leaving a full table snooker. With only 2 colors left on the table, being able to produce a snooker like that showed just how high the quality of that safety really was. But Ding Junhui, who was just as desperate to win, faced that snooker and calmly escaped it with a jump shot. Deep down, Selby also understood that his winning chances in this frame were basically close to 0. Some people say he was just dragging the frame out, but that is who he is. Even if the whole world hates it, he will still fight for every last chance to win. That is not only a reflection of snooker spirit, it is also respect for the game itself. But under that kind of pressure, there was still a slight error in the angle on this shot, and he failed to turn it into a real snooker. Once again, the initiative went back to Ding Junhui. After countless moments of mental weighing, Ding chose to gently push the pink back toward the pocket.
Please club or right back by snooker spot.
The pink almost drifted into the bottom pocket, but stopped at the most dangerous possible spot. At that moment, the pink was hanging by a thread. For Selby, just trying to rescue it was already extremely difficult, let alone turning it into a snooker chance. But the explosive shot he produced right after that shocked the entire arena.